Good afternoon. My name is Holly Miller and I'm with Country Road Crafts. And today I'm going to do a snowman. I'm sorry, a Santa hat, not a snowman. So I just need to know if you guys can hear me. Uh, Still having issues with trying to figure out the volume. So if you guys can let me know if you're there, if you can hear me or not, that would be great. Um, My name is Holly Miller and I'm with Magnolia Design Company. And today I'm going to do a Santa hat and I'm going to do half of the Santa's Magic Key stencil for you. So if I can get a thumbs up or something that I'm here. Can you guys hear me before I get caught up in doing the craft? Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, guys. I'm going to take no news. It's good news and you guys can hear me. So, okay. I'm Holly Miller with Country Road Crafts. And again, I'm going to do a Santa hat with the half of the Santa Key stencil. So I'm going to, if you, thank you. Can you hear me? Because I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. I'm hoping. Hope I fixed the issue that I've been having with the. So I'm going to paint this. I'm going to paint this red and this white. I'm going to use Fusion Mineral Paint to paint it with. Hello, Mary. Hello, Jen. So you guys can't hear. Hi, Nicole. So I'm just going to paint. Oh, great. Thank you, Mary. Welcome, Beverly. So today I'm going to paint a Santa hat. It's a door hanger. Again, my husband cut these out for me. And I'm going to paint, I'm using the regular paint, Fusion Mineral Paint is what I'm using. And I'm just trying to, I'm probably going to need 2 coats on this. Maybe 3. My name is Holly Miller. I'm with Country Road Crafts. And today I'm doing stencils with Magnolia Design Company. I am a creator for them. I don't have any followers because I just like creating. That's my thing. And it makes it easy. Using the Magnolia Design stencils makes it easy for me. I just don't have to worry about it. Just kind of sticks there. I don't have to worry about, oopsie, I moved it, or it's just trying to get it down right, you know. And I use a spatula for that. And I'll show you guys how I do that shortly. Get enough color here. Hopefully your Sundays are beautiful as your Saturdays. I think it's probably about, what, 80? It's 80 degrees here in Eastern North Carolina. So, from Minnesota, is the weather nice in Minnesota? When I think of Minnesota, I think of cold. It's north. Hello, Janet. Thanks for joining me, guys. Today I'm doing a Santa's hat with half of the stencil from Santa's Key. I did Santa's Key in July, and I'm going to do the other half of it on the Santa hat. And then last night I was talking about taping off the area that you don't want to use. Well, I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. And this color is called Fork York Red. Bright red. Using Fusion Mineral Paint for it. I pre-drew me some lines so I could try to stay in the lines. And it helps. So what I'm doing today is just painting the Santa hat that I had cut. My husband helped me cut out. And I put me some lines on it so I can keep the whites and the reds separate. It's probably going to need a few coats because I want it to be red and not see-through. So I'm probably going to put a couple coats on. Okay. Coat 1 from Nebraska. In North Carolina, I'm doing good, and it's 80 degrees here at the beach. If I was a beach-going person, I'd probably be at the beach, but I am not a beach-going person. I live here because of a Marine Corps base. My husband is a retired Marine, and I work for the Marine Corps as a civilian. In my daytime job, this is my fun job, where I paint and make crafts. Helps me keep my sanity. And the paint's starting to dry, so I'm going to spritz my brush just a little bit. There we go. Don't want it to dry too quick because it leaves marks. Try not to leave brush marks. Okay. How's the weather in Nebraska? Coming up on a short week next week. We got Veterans Day on Friday. So I have a 3-day weekend next weekend. Woohoo, party time. And it's payday. That's even better. Hi, Kat. Oh, it's cold? That's why I don't know. I can't do cold too much. I'm from West Virginia. We moved down here about 26 years ago because of the Marine Corps. And I miss West Virginia, but I don't miss the cold. I have to be honest. And I have one thick jacket, and it's mainly for a couple days in January and when we go back home. And I'll wear a sweater when I go back home in the summer because it's kind of a weird cold. Not like down here. Down here is a wet cold. So let me see if I can fix that. There we go. Paint's drying on me. Hey Pam, how are you? Long time no see. Trying to paint a Santa hat with Magnolia Design. I will, yes, I will. I will set them outside. At the end, after I probably won't get to it, but afterwards, I will seal it with Fusion Tough Coat. I don't want it shiny, so I'll put a matte tough coat on it, and it'll be good. Also with Fusion paint that I like using, when I take it outside, it doesn't fade in the sunlight. So I have a couple of gnomes laying around. My husband likes gnomes, and have a couple of them to paint with Fusion because they have faded with the store bought paints. You know, he bought them at like Walmart or whatever, and they are fading out on him. So I need to repaint those for him. Hope everybody's doing good today. The snow globe, actually, the snow globe and this are door hangers, but I would definitely set them outside. Uh, but they are still done with Fusion, so they don't fade. Because Fusion's not supposed to fade in the sunlight. There's one color they have called Curiosity Pink that is not UV protected. That's okay because they only sell it in what October, I think it was, for breast cancer awareness. Um, and they let us know that up front that one is not UV protected. But everything else should not fade in the sunlight. So I am going to break down my front door here shortly and paint it because with, I think it was Benjamin Moore, the contractors put on it 5 years ago, has definitely faded in the sunlight because the sunlight is on my front door in the evenings. And I don't like the front door being so dull, if that makes sense. Because it is definitely a dull cranberry right now. It needs to be a happy, perky cranberry. There we go. Trying to get enough color in here so it doesn't drag. It's drying on me. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. Get all the red off my hands so I can get ready to do white so I don't get the red and the white. Because then we all have pink. Oh, yeah. Here's a different color, but it's Fusion Mineral Paint. I like it. We resell, or not resell, but wholesale, retail it. That's the word. I like it. Starting to like the, starting to use more of their milk paint. It's kind of cool too, but I don't have any of that today. I'm not going to use that this time. Let me know, Kat. I'd like to help you out and see what kind of projects you can come up with. Okay, so I am going to do the white. And it's called Chateau. This color is Chateau, and I just want to cover the wood. I think it's primed with a white. I think it's what Frank had bought me. I'm going to put the white on. I took the snow globe out from yesterday and put my glitter on it. It looks so good. I have to put a bow on it and I'll give it, put it out for you guys to see the finished product. I'm a little slow on the bows. So I'll get it done today. Paint around the edges here. Okay. Just trying to cover that wood up. Just trying to Then I'm going to take a sponge and put a little texture in it because I love texture in my paint. I got a little on the red there, so let me wipe this out. Thank you. I'm not sure who the Facebook user is, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm using StreamYard, so it doesn't allow. It doesn't show through names unless you sign in through StreamYard. Don't forget, guys, to sign up for the $25 gift certificates. They're going to draw names for. In the description, there is a link in there on how to, with the form, so you guys can go in and register. They're giving away two $25 gift certificates. So kind of cool. I'm excited. I'm trying to make it look like it has like bumps. So it's not just a straight line, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Trying to think it through. Trying to give a little dimension without messing it up too much. Okay. Just try to get the rest of this painted. You guys have plans for the week? Get ready to start off Monday. I have 2 audits this week that I gotta do. I'm an auditor for the government, so I gotta de-stress on Sunday so I can get ready for the week. I'm auditing. Uh-oh. I got a frowny face. I don't know what the frowny face is for. Maybe for the auditing? I don't know. You guys have any questions, you can ask. I can follow along and paint at the same time. Appreciate you guys supporting and following, watching me paint. As soon as I get this done, I'll get the stencil on it. I have a couple of different ones to do today. If time allows, I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do a tray. Fusion mineral paint. Thank you about the hat. It's Fusion mineral paint. We retail it. If you go to my website, countryroadcraftsnc.com, that's where you can do. Oh, okay. I don't. It's not the math per se that I mean, I love my job. I I like finding the issues and fixing them. Is what I. The number part, okay, but it's. I'm not a CPA and I'm not an accountant. So, uh, I'm a financial manager for the Marine Corps, and process of improvement for financials is what I do. And by auditing, I can make sure they're doing the internal controls correctly. And if they're doing the internal controls correctly, their audits will be good. We are trying to have a clean audit. So when a private sector comes in and audits the Marine Corps, then we have a clean audit. That's what it's called. We're doing everything by the books and doing what we say we do, and make sure that we are good stewards of the um, public funds. That's what we do. That's what I do. So I'm swirling just to give it a little bit of texture. It's the same color, so you really can't see a whole lot in it. So in a minute, after I get all this in there, I'm going to get me a sponge and a little bit of a different color, and you'll see the colors come out a little bit. And afterwards, I'll go back in and get the edges. I'm just not going to waste time on doing the edges on a live. I'll go back and get them. If you guys have questions about the paint, I can answer that at a just let me know. We can talk offline. No big deal. Their milk paint is cool because you can make it how you want it. If you put it comes in a powder form, and if you want it just regular paint like this, it's a one part powder and 1 part water, and it makes it like this. If you want to do the chippy look, you put 2 parts powder and 1 part water, makes it thick like a paste, and then you dry it real quick. By drying it real quick, it kind of gives it that chippy look. And then sometimes when I do that, I like to go back in and add a little wax to it to give it that dimension. I like dimension in my paint. And then if you want the kind of a color wash, it's 2 parts water to 1 part powder. It thins it out. So it just kind of brushes on the color a little bit, but you can still see whatever's underneath it. I think my favorite, though, is probably the chippy look. Usually just burn my hand, though, with the heat gun. I like fusion paint, too. For me, I can work with it a little better. For me, I'm not saying this, but for me, I can work with it better. Other paints that I've used, I chip them after they dry, which it might just be me not putting on right. I know sometimes they say it's the base. If your base isn't good, then your paint will chip. I do the same thing with Fusion and still have it chippy with the other ones, not with Fusion. Oh, yeah, I figured out that I'm reading your stuff, Kat. I figured out that my mistakes are not always mistakes. They turn out like a couple lives ago. I was doing decoupage with my paint, and I did not let my decoupage dry, and then I put the stencil down on top of it. So when I pulled the stencil up, the decoupage came up. So I was like, oh no, I'm gonna lie. What do I do? So what I did was took some brown and put it around the edges of the rip, and it made it look like it was antique, and it kind of turned out cool. It's a nice mistake. I like those kind of mistakes. I try not to flip out too much anymore. I try to remember that my brain doesn't always. I can't always get what's in my brain out, and there's no use for stress on that. Because it didn't work the way I wanted it doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's different. And I sometimes can't recreate the same thing more than once because I don't remember how I did it. So this color is picket fence. That color was cashmere, the darker color underneath. So this is picket fence. And I think I have enough in here. Maybe. Just scrape a little bit of it out. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit in the dish. And I'm going to get a sponge. It's a little scary having all these open paints sitting around because I am going to spill one of them if y'all know me. And I dropped my sponge. Okay, my sponge. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take my sponge and just dip it in the paint. And I'm probably just going to pat on the side over here to offload it a little. And then I'm just going to put it on to make it look fluffy. You see how that looks a little bit? Tap my hand again, just see if I can get it. Okay, so just keep doing that. That's what I'm going to keep doing. And I put paper on top of my desk here because if I didn't, it would be a mess that you couldn't clean. So when I'm done, I just take it off and throw it away because I don't want to get finished out of shape because my desk is ruined because of paint. However, my kitchen table, I forget to put the thing down on it when I paint on the kitchen table, and yeah, it's life. I'm gonna grab a little bit more paint. It's just a little bit in the bottom. That's why I'm gonna just a little tiny bit. And now I got paint all over my hands. I got a wipey because I got paint all over my hands. Okay, take this again and dip it and offload it. And just tap it. Because I wanted to make it look fuzzy without it being fuzzy, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I'm thinking about it. And I'm pouncing the little and twisting it. So I'm hitting it down, twisting it, and pulling it back up. So I'm hitting it down, twisting, and pulling it back up. So it just kind of gives it a different look, like a fuzzy look. And I'm going over the line a little bit just because I want it to, be different. And the dark underneath and the light on the top gives a little bit of texture. Spill some paint. My desk ain't quite big enough, if you haven't noticed. Sometimes my projects are bigger than my desk and I don't realize it until now. It's hard to show you on the screens. Let me get up here so you guys can see me. Sorry about that. I hit the mic. Okay. Hopefully. Get white all over my hands again. Sorry, Molly. I'm going to pat this, or pounce it, they call it. I'll sand that right there to get that off. No big deal. Or sometimes I go, yeah, I meant that to be there. Right. That's the way it works. I meant that to be there. I try not to get too tore up when I make mistakes, although sometimes easier said than done, because you never know. A mistake might be the beautifulest thing you've ever did. You never know. I am trying to get this all over and make it look. Have you guys ever painted and in the middle of your dang paint, like right there, is a dog hair? No, and it's in red. And it's a white dog hair. That drives me crazy. There's one of my, see right there. She loved all of me earlier. We have a blue healer. And she's full of herself. And I'm finding little hairs. Thank you. Thank you. It's just a sponge. I think I got this at like, I want to say Lowe's. I might have bought it at Lowe's, but I think I got them at Michael's. I think Lowe's has them, but it's not the ones that, I like these ones, and I'm not sure the name of them. Kind of, you know. Good afternoon, Sean. How are you? Let's see if I can get this. Yep, speaking of the devil, there she comes. She's going to come and try to lick my paint. She likes to try to lick my paint. Read on, sweetheart. What you doing? What you doing with my hair? I got paint all over me, sweetie. She thought I had a snack. Always coming for a snack. Always coming for a snack. She's gonna lay over here and sit with me. Oop. So at the end here, after this, I'm going to probably spray it with glitter again because that was fun earlier, and that glitter makes it look beautiful. So I thought I had glitter, Magnolia Design glitter, and I actually have ink. I have ink. You guys see that? And I want to put gold down on the stencil, but I don't think that. You guys think the ink will work right on the? Thank you. Oh, do you guys think the ink will work on the hat, or do I need to use paint because I don't have gold? Wait a second. Maybe I do. Sierra Gold. There you go. I have a sample. Bahaha. Never mind. That will work. So I'm just pouncing on this and twisting. Maybe you guys can see what I'm doing. It's going to take a minute to do all of this, just to try to give it a little texture. You guys know the brim of Santa's hat's always fuzzy, right? Like right in the front. dog here, guys. Sorry. My husband's in the garage and he's playing with his the air hose. Sounds like. They're looking okay, guys, because I can't tell if you guys can see what I'm doing on the screen. Just trying to create texture with the different colors, and it's just flat paint. There's nothing else with this. Sometimes when I create texture, I'll put the texturizing agent in it. I didn't put anything in this. This is just paint. It's flat paint. It looks like it's poking out, but it's really flat paint. It's smooth to touch. Just think it's a little, got too many little darker holes. What do you guys think? Thank you. Got enough white snake. Okay. I'm actually going to take this one since it's still damp and move it to the side. I have another one that I have finished already, so I'm going to do the stencil on that one because this one, and I have red all the place. Hang on one second. Let me wipe it on the side so I don't get it everywhere. So I'm going to move it to the side, and I'm going to actually grab the one that I have finished painting and dried earlier. Actually, I painted this one last year. Sorry. Give me 1 second to move this out of the way so I can grab the other one.
Baby girl.
Yeah, she came in here. She thought I had a snack. And I have this one that I've already.
I abandoned her and lived there.
Well, she came in there and hanged out with me. So this one here is done last year. You guys can see the texturizing I did on it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab my stencil and it's the other half of the Santa's key. Like I said, I did Santa's key back. I think it's in July I did it. I did a couple of Christmas things in July, but I think I did Santa's key one. I don't think I did the sleigh with you guys, but I'm going to finish it. So I'm going to have a sleigh that I'm going to finish either tonight or sometime this week up with Magnolia Design. And this is the other one. This one's dry. I did the painting on this last year. So I'm going to put it down and I'm going to fuzz it up, as they call it. So it doesn't stick 100% to my product. So okay, I'm going to sit this down, and what I'm going to do is line it up like that, and then I'm going to take my spatula and make sure I get it all down, because this is like I don't always get it down good, so I want to make sure I get it down so there's no air holes in it, no bubbles. And I am not going to use this here. And yeah, my spatula has some black on it. That's okay. It ain't going to hurt anything. So I'm going to cover these up so I don't get paint inside of that. So I'm going to just make sure I don't cover that. I don't want to mess the design up underneath here. I don't want to paint it. I just want the ho 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 to show. If that makes sense. So I am going to make sure that everything's down tight. Okay. And then I'm going to open up this color here. And this is Sahara Gold. It's just a sample. Because the other gold I had, I thought it was what I needed, and it isn't. Okay, give me a second, guys. I can't get it out. I was going to use the one that I had, and it is not what I thought it was. It is actually pink, and I don't need pink. Give me 1 second. Let me. So I'm just going to put a little on there and just wipe it down. Have you guys ever used the ink instead of the paste? Does it work different on wood? I know the ink is for like cloth and stuff, and I've used it on cloth. I just haven't used it on wood yet. I was paranoid. Make sure that in. And it's just the other half of the Santa key. Make sure I got enough. Okay. I'm going to wipe off my fingers because I have gold of everything. And white and red. Okay. Wiped off my hands. Sorry. The wipey does wonders. And I'm just going to use this to grab a hold of the edge. And I'm going to try to pull it up. Actually, first. And I'm just going to pull this up. How beautiful is that? Oh my word. That is beautiful. Yay. That turned out better than I thought it was going to, guys. And that was just the sample Sahara. Oh, I love that. I love it. Thank you. Turned out perfect. So once the other one dries, I'll do the same thing for it. But the second project I'm going to do real quick is I have 15 minutes. I am going to try. Set that aside. I am going to try. We may not get it finished. So I have this. And I'm going to put this in it. And this is just one that I have sitting around. I'm going to recycle it. So I'm going to use this to it. The Santa's treats for Santa. And I'm going to put red and gold. So I painted a white on the outside of it. And I'm actually going to let's see, put that down here. Sorry, I need to sit, guys. Don't stand. Okay, so I'm going to sit and I'm going to try to put a light coat of red on the bottom here. And I got this tray from it probably says it on the bottom. Nope. I probably got it from Dollar General or Dollar Tree. I know Dollar Tree sells them now, but this one may have came from Dollar General a little while ago. So what I'm going to do is just paint the bottom red. Don't know if it's going to dry enough to put the, when I put the gold on the, there we go. I want the gold where the stacks things are. I want the whole stencil to be gold. So see if I can get this in 12 minutes. Don't think it's going to dry. It may be something that I have to show you guys at a later date. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to pick the gold sample Sierra gold on it. But, oops. I should have taped the edges and I didn't. The Santa hat, after I'm finished and it dries, I will put a top coat on it for Fusion Tough Coat. And what it'll do is seal it so it doesn't, so if it gets wet, the chalk paste from the Magnolia Design Company does not wash off. That's why I do that. Because I normally wouldn't I don't usually, with just Fusion paint, I don't put a tough coat on it unless it's on a table or something because it's water resistant. And after it dries, you don't have to worry about it reactivating, if that makes sense. So I usually don't worry too much about the Fusion itself. It's the chalk paste that might wash away that I want to protect. I'm just going to do the whole inside of this because I've got white and red everywhere. It's just easier to paint the whole thing one color. Let's see what I got here. I think Brendan Madden is after me at 4 o'clock, I think. Make sure you go into the link in my description and sign up for the gift certificates that they're giving away. And let them know that I sent you. That'd be great. And if you're curious about Fusion paint, let me know. We can chat offline. I do lives every now and then. I do a lot of crafts, different kind. I do decoupage crafts. I'm going to do a multi-medium craft here coming up for my own personal wall. But I'm kind of excited about. It says, be your own beautiful. So I am trying to do a little more taking care of myself. And have to remind myself. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I have to physically remind myself to take care of myself or I forget. Because I get busy. I don't know if everybody does that, but I do that. I'm going to put me up a little sign to remind myself to be me. You guys have any questions? I'm trying to, this isn't going to dry before I get the other stencil on, so I'll have to wait because I can see it's still wet. But like I said, I'm going to put this and this. I'm going to put gold on it, put the Sahara gold on it once it dries. And Hopefully it turns out right. You guys are quiet. If you guys want to go back and see the sleigh that I did with the Magnolia Design stencil, it is on YouTube actually. And its YouTube is Country Road Crafts NC. All of my stuff is Country Road Crafts NC. I don't know if it's on Facebook. It might be. If you're interested. There we go. Oh, I got to cover the white. Look at that. Covering the white now. I'll clean up the edges. I'm not worried about the edges right now. Red and white edges don't do well with me. I should have just taped it. Everything might end up red. I guess it's a stay tuned thing. Yeah, I think it's all going to be red because it's looking a little sloppy with two different colors. So I will have this completed and I will show pictures offline. I'll complete offline. So what I'm going to do is just take this and put this in it for the second project because I only have about 8 minutes. Or yeah, they're about. So I'll put this in here with the gold. I'll show pictures of that. Because I thought the other ones would take a little longer, but it didn't. And my time management today wasn't great, but that's life. So, and I forget, it's humid today, and it takes a little longer in Eastern Carolina, if you guys don't know, for the paint to dry. Because the one I did with the Santa hat hasn't even dried yet either. The other Santa hat. That's why I grabbed this one that I did last year. So, you guys have any questions? You guys are quiet. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And Brendan Maiden is after me at 4 o'clock for Fusion. I'm sorry, wrong thing. Magnolia Design Company. Chalk the Halls event that we're doing. Her link, I think I put it into the thing this time. I forgot that yesterday. Oh, wait, you can catch it later. It's okay, no big deal. No big deal. Catch mine on the replay. I don't know. If you have questions later, comment and I'll come back to them and I can answer them at that point. Yeah, sorry guys, this isn't going to dry in 7 minutes. It's so sticky. I thought it was going to be dry. Okay, so note to self, Eastern North Carolina on a humid day does not. If you like to see more of my work, Country Road Crafts NC on the Facebook, I do it on. Oh, I can show the hat again. Hold on. Because this one isn't going to dry. I have to show you this one later because that's not going to get dry before I put it. I can put the hat back up. Boop. I don't spill everything in the process. Is that okay? Can you see that? Try not to get red in my white and white in my red. So the color is the gold is the Hera gold. Thank you. And I'm gonna finish it and seal it, and I'll take pictures of it for you guys. So Country Road Crafts NC on Facebook. I have it on Instagram. I have Pinterest. Country Road Crafts NC. I have YouTube. So if you guys are interested in some other crafts, if you have questions while you're watching it, let me know and I'll answer them. And then Brenda Madden is after me. And I'm trying to wash my hands off so I don't get red everywhere because I have red all over my hands. You guys do that? You get red everywhere if you touch red. If you have red paint, it's usually all over the place by the end of the day. Probably get it on my face, all over my desk, on my pants. I'm excited to see what you guys create with Magnolia Design stencils. If you want to share them on my page, that's fine too. I'd love to see them. Oh, goodness knows, guys, red is hard to come off. And I ain't going to spill it if I don't pull it on. And the white color was underneath was chateau, and on top was picket fence to give it the textured look. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to wipe my hands down so I can touch them. You guys have any questions? Don't forget to sign up for the drawing. They're drawing two. They're drawing two gift cards tonight. I think it's tonight. Like I said, if you have questions, let me know, and I can answer them for you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support. Sorry the other one didn't draw. I will get it finished though and put it up so you guys can see it. I don't want to click off the thing because I know that she showed it on her page, even though I'm neglectful and getting a whole hour. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. And this is the other half of Santa's magic key. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you have questions, let me know.